Good morning, students. So, today we are going to start our next chapter, that is heredity and evolution. So, first of all, we have to know about the meaning of these terms. Actually, heredity is the process of passing the traits, or you can say characteristics, from parents to the offsprings. The offspring cells get their features and characteristics by the genetic information from their mother and father. You know that every living organism's characters matches with their parents, either mother or father. So heredity and genetics are the reason we look so much similar like our parents. So now genetics. What is genetics? Genetics is a branch of science that studies the genes, genetic variation and heredity in living organism. So in the simplest of words, heredity refers to the passing of trait or characteristic through genes from one parent, from one generation to the other generation. This heredity is evidently seen in sexual reproduction, as the variation in characteristics that are inherited is high. As you know that in sexual reproduction there is the combination of characters from both the parents, from mother as well as the father. So the chances of variations are more in case of sexual reproduction. Now, Gregor Mendel is the scientist which is known as the father of genetics, which gives all about the genetics. Acquiring characteristics or traits from one generation to other is nothing but inheritance. जो characters हैं एक generation से दूसरी generation में pass on होते हैं, this is only due to the inheritance. Here, both the parents contribute equally to the inheritance of traits. Both the parents have equal contribution. So it was Gregor Mendel, that is known as the father of genetics, who conduct immense research and studies this inheritance of trait. Gregor Mendel studies about the genetics and you can say heredity and evolution. It was with his research on plant breeding and hybridization that came up with the laws of inheritance in living organism. Gregor Mendel actually gave us the law of inheritance. He conducted his experiment on pea plant. What is pea? Mutter. That is pea plant, to show the inheritance of traits in living organism. He observed the pattern of inheritance from one generation to another in these plants. You can say pea plants. He observed the characteristics that are passed on from parents to their offsprings, and thus he came up with the Mendel's laws of inheritance, and finally he gave these laws of inheritance, which can be summarized under the following headings. These three laws are there: law of dominance, law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So before studying these laws, we have to know some important terms which are very important for this chapter. Let us talk about gene. What is gene? Gene is actually the basic unit of inheritance. It consists of sequence of DNA, which is the genetic material. As you know that DNA is our genetic material. DNA is deoxyribonucleic acid. So gene consists of DNA. Gene किसका बना हुआ होता है? DNA का. Now what are alleles? Alleles, the alternate forms of a gene which arise as a result of mutation. They are found in the same place on the chromosome and affect the same characteristic or trait but in alternative forms. What is the meaning of that? For example, you know that we are diploid organism. Diploid means we have two pairs of chromosome. Two sets of chromosome, you can say. So the alternative form of genes are present on the alternate position on chromosomes. You can say these are the chromosomes. These two are chromosomes, two pairs, you can say. So if the gene for the height is present here, same gene will be present here, but it may be alternative form, means that forms are different but the gene is same. So this is the allele. Now chromosomes, these are thread-like structure of nucleic acid, as I told you about chromosomes. So that are nucleic acid and protein that are found in nucleus of most living cells. They carry the hereditary or genetic information in the form of genes. Means chromosomes contains many genes for the different characters. Now what is genotype and phenotype? Genotype, it is the complete heritable genetic identity of the organism. Means how you can express the characters in the form of genes. It is known as genotype. It is actual set of alleles that are carried by the organism. This includes even the alleles that are not expressed. All the alleles are not expressed at a time, but when we are defining the genotype of one organism, we have to express all the we have to write all the genes, either it is expressed itself or not, which means that even the alleles that do not influence a specific trait that code for. Next is the phenotype. Phenotype is the physical appearance of the organism, means how the organism appears physically, not about the genotype. Phenotype, how the organism appears physically, means the organism is tall or dwarf, or you can say black or white. This is the physical appearance. So it is the description of actual physical characteristic of an organism, the way the genotype is expressed. Now the dominant allele. There are two types of allele, dominant and recessive. As you know that two alleles are present. So some are dominant and some are recessive. When an allele affects the phenotype of an organism. When an allele means if there is the phenotype is due to the allele. When an allele affects the phenotype of organism, then it is a dominant allele. It is denoted by capital letter. For example, capital T. For example, these two are the chromosomes, and here the gene for height is present. So there are two genes, capital T and small t. Capital T is the dominant and small t is the recessive. Capital T expresses itself and codes for the height, tall. The person will be tall, but small t will express only when it is present in homozygous form, means in both the cases if small t is present, then the person will be dwarf. And if this situation is present, one capital T and one small t, then small t will not express itself because it is a recessive allele and it is the dominant. So dominant allele will express itself in the presence of recessive allele also, but the recessive allele will not express itself in the presence of dominant G, or you can say allele. So let us look in the definition again. When an allele affects the phenotype, means as I told you, if capital T small t is present, so capital T is responsible for the height of person, not small t. So it is a dominant allele. It is denoted by a capital letter. It is always denoted by capital letter. And recessive allele, an allele that affects the genotype in the absence of dominant allele, means if small t is present. So here dominant allele is not present, then it can expresses itself only. A genotype in the absence of dominant allele is called a recessive allele. It will express itself in small letter, means that is small t. So now what is homozygous? As you know that always two genes are present for a single character. So if both the alleles are same, for example, if both are capital T, or you can say both are small t. So these two are the homozygous, means have same allele. And if we have the condition this, capital T and small t, then it is known as heterozygous condition. So each organism has two alleles for every gene. If both the alleles are same, then it is called as homozygous. As I told you, the tallness is the trait, then it is expressed in capital T. And small t is also homozygous. Now what is heterozygous? If the two alleles are different from each other, for example capital T and small t, then they are heterozygous in nature. If tallness is the trait, then it is expressed as capital T small t. In this case, capital T will express itself in the presence of recessive allele also, but recessive allele, for example this recessive allele, will not express itself in the presence of dominant gene. So these are the some important terms which are useful for the chapter. In the next class we will discuss about the laws of inheritance. Thank you.